Hi, I'm Laura, and welcome to the Tarot Genie, where you receive intuitive answers from the tarot to your burning questions about life issues and more. Today, we're going to tackle the question of, for this week, what insights do you need to achieve something daring, a daring feat in your life? This question came up in my reading, what do you dare to achieve? And I thought, okay, that's the question we can use this week. What do you dare to achieve this week or this month or the rest of this year? And it lines up with a quotation that also came to mind when I was thinking about this from Helen Keller. She said, life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. Well, just think about Helen Keller. I'm sure most people are acquainted with her, at least in the United States. She was a woman, I think she was born in the late 1800s. And at the age of 2, she was born normally. She was normal at birth. But when she was 2 years old, I think it was, a toddler, she got afflicted with, she came down with scarlet fever. And after the scarlet fever was over, she was left blind, mute, and deaf. So she lost 3 of her faculties. And so that's a triple whammy of a handicap to deal with. Despite that, despite her many challenges, she wrote, she spoke, etc. in her lifetime. And she was an inspiration to many people having that triple handicap. So sometimes I have to remind myself, I have so far, knock on wood, all my faculties, and I can't complain because look at what someone like Helen Keller could achieve. And so she's the inspiration for this week's reading. We are going to tap into her ideas, her spirit, her teachings as we do the reading through the tarot about what we need to know to achieve this daring feat, whatever it is for you. Now, you may not be aware of it at this moment as I'm speaking, but contemplate it today so that you can have a clear idea tomorrow about how to move forward with it. And so we are going to ask, through inspiration from the spirit of Helen Keller, how can we achieve, what do we need to know to be able to achieve this daring feat? I'm going to continue shuffling the cards, and when I think I'm ready now, I'm going to put down the 3 cards. And we'll get started. Oh, and before I jump into the reading, the music inspiration for this week's reading about daring to achieve is the song Dare to Live by Andrea Bocelli and Laura Pausini, both Italian singers. The music video is absolutely beautiful. It's just so stirring. Andrea Bocelli especially, I mean, he just has such a romantic way of singing. It's just, I don't know how you don't respond to it. And also the woman, I'd never heard of her before, Laura Pausini, she is also a beautiful singer as well. So that's the song Dare to Live, in tune with the theme about daring to achieve some feat this week. And then the book recommendation is The Story of My Life by Helen Keller, which I read years ago. I've always been intrigued by the life and the story of Helen Keller. I saw the movie, 1962 movie, The Miracle Worker, when I was a child. I wasn't aware that Patty Duke, who starred as the child, as Helen Keller then, I didn't realize, or at least I didn't recall until today, or realize that she had also starred in a film, Miracle Worker, a remake of it years later, but in that time she portrayed Helen Keller's teacher, Annie Sullivan. So that's kind of an interesting evolution. So let's see what the tarot Spirit through the tarot advises us, bringing in inspiration from Helen Keller about how do we achieve something daring this week. Oh, this is really interesting. The 9 of Wands, from in the position of mentally, what do we need to know to achieve something daring? Well, this is really interesting because this is also the card that is this week's lesson, tarot lesson card, the 9 of Wands. So I'll include a link to that in this video. This was not planned. This is totally serendipity. But what this suggests, the wands are associated with passion and power, and the 9s are related to kind of almost the last stage of last step of a stage. It's like the penultimate. 10 is the final number, final conclusion, and 9 is just before that. But if we're asking how do we achieve this daring feat in this week or this month, this suggests that no matter what happens, no matter how battle weary we may feel, how difficult this challenge may be, because it's likely if it's something daring, it's going to be super challenging. If it's not daring, then it's not likely to be challenging. So the Nine of Wands is advising you that you need to just hold fast, hold firm, persevere, even if it seems difficult at times and you've been already through challenges where you have felt moments when you wanted to give up. Don't give up. The Nine of Wands is saying, stick with it. So mentally have an attitude of stick-to-itiveness, that no matter what, you are going to persist. And in fact, that reminds me of a book I have on my shelf, and I'll include the information in the show notes. And I think it's called The Miracle Equation by Hal Elrod, and I'm rereading it. But that's one of the core tenets, is unwavering faith. So unwavering faith that you can achieve this particular feat, the daring feat. The next card, what you need to know to achieve this daring feat. And physically, the Knight of Swords. Well, just take a look at that. Gaze at it. And sorry about the dog. Amazon truck is right outside. My dog is barking. This seems to advise you that, wow, you got to take action fast. Get into concerted effort to move forward with vigor, with energy, with vitality. That's what the Knight of Swords is saying. You may have gone through battles and difficulties, but this week, take action. Just move forward, move into action, go quickly. That's what the Knight of Swords is suggesting. Let me just see if there's anything else. And yes, we get the sense that, it's just charging forth. They'll charge forth with vigor. Again, the theme of unwavering faith, unwavering commitment as well. Just continuous action. He's moving forward, and I can even hear his horse galloping. And then finally, spiritually, this Page of Cups has popped up in a lot of my readings, personal readings, etc., the past few months. Page of Cups reversed. Now, when upright, the Page of Cups presents a young man holding, now there's a little fish in the cup. I always thought that's a curious image, like what is a fish doing in this cup that he's holding out and gazing at? And the page is associated with messages. Given that this is reversed, it's suggesting to me that on a spiritual level, look within, turn within, and tune in to any messages that your intuition may give you, and also at the feeling level, because cups are about feelings. And it's saying, because it's reversed, it's saying really go within, internalize, think about, ponder this daring achievement, this daring feat that you like to achieve, and tune in for any inner guidance, and also guidance from the heart. Cups relate to the feelings, emotions, everything coming from the heart. And so that is what's recommended. What always jumps out at me is red clothing, representing passion. He's even got red boots, which also suggests to me, even though it's reversed, that even inwardly, got to move forward with passion and purpose. Just that red, and just clothe yourself. The tunic, it's covering the top part of his body, so it's kind of the upper chakras, which includes the heart chakra. So saying, given this reverse, just internalize, really take in that passion and purpose. And perhaps it's just saying, contemplate too as well. Allow yourself to think through, like, where do you need to go next? And it's interesting as I see these cards together and the position, the feet are turning toward the knight. it seems to me to suggest, yes, definitely that's a piece of advice, is that take time to speak, or to listen, rather, listen to your spiritual guidance, your inner guidance, your intuition's guidance for what you need to do next in terms of moving forward, even while you're taking action. I mean, we are saying take action this week, but at the same time, always be on the alert for the next important and strategic action and inspired action that you need to take. What I'm looking at is looking at these three cards together. The one thing that jumps out at me is it's three males. There are no females in this. That's interesting. It could suggest, because males are often associated with the logical side of the brain, is that I guess that masculine energy, that male energy is called for this week to achieve whatever daring feat it is that you wish to achieve. So tap into that male energy side of you, whether you're male or female. We've got both. And it does appear that there's a combination of physical action, outward external action, with internal action, and time to contemplate and to turn within, to listen to the next best step. I hope this reading has been helpful for you. If you've not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. And until next time, remember, illumine your mind, inspire your life with tarot.